Hi Crystal Souls and welcome to this new Picky card reading. As you can see, you have doors available for today and these are going to lead you towards your love life. If you're new here, welcome. If you want, you can join our beautiful family and subscribe down below. And if you're interested for personal guidance, you can find all the information down below in the description or the pinned comment. Same thing if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. So for today, you have 3 piles available. I'm gonna be shuffling with you using charms, stickers, the zodiac grid as well, and messages. So it's gonna be very complete and detailed. So make sure to stick until the end. So now take your time and select the pile that is calling you. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. When you are ready, you can find a timestamp in the comments down below, but take your time, meditate if you wish, and I will find you on your pile. So pile number 1, let's see what is going to come for you when it comes to love. So you selected this door. We have number 7 here and private. So that can also be some hints already. And with the color, it's the same. So 7 can be about luck or attracting a jackpot for you when it comes to love. Private can also be a need to, have that privacy in this relationship and to keep that door shut. And as for the color, violet can be about nostalgia. So that can be someone you have met in the past or your soul is craving for because you feel the urge now to connect with this person. But let's see with the cards what is coming. So the first one is the Queen of Branches. So the Queen of Wands. This is a queen who's very passionate. This can be a queen or a king, it doesn't matter. But expect someone who's going to be very passionate, very bold and confident, a doer. Someone who wants to be a leader, someone who wants to also be in a relationship with a lot of passion. They may not really be satisfied if, it's pretty platonic or, not really adventurous or, I don't know, if the spark is lacking, I don't think this person may stick around. Although you can see the queen being in reflecting mode. She may be thinking about a lot of things. So it can also be someone who is always, on their mind or thinking or maybe overthinking sometimes. But that's also because they want the best and they want to be in one environment. Just like what you can see, the mermaid is in her element. So this is a person who wants to be in the right place, in the right relationship to grow. You can see the nature growing. And as for the stars, at the distance, this reminds me of spiritual guidance or some type of little push, from the universe for you two to be together. So that can also be why you are probably attracted about people who are powerful, ambitious, who may just be very inspiring for you, because this is exactly the energy of the Queen of Wands or the King of Wands. They are very passionate, bold. Also in bed, it's going to be very passionate, so expect that. As for the next one, we have the Two of Cups. This is so related because we talked about, a little push from the universe and connected to destiny probably. And this is all about it. Because for me, the Two of Cups is about, a union that's meant to be happening. And this is because you two are a match. You two are perfect for each other. So that's why the universe is pushing the both of you towards each other. So you may recognize yourself in this person, with your personality, with the way you treat yourself, with the way you express your love as well. Because we have water energy. And water is all about, passion and emotions. So in my opinion, this shows how things in this relationship, and especially emotionally, how things will be flowing. You can see the cups pouring out, and this is your giving energy. So you are going to be very giving and generous with this person, and that's also because this person has enough to give, but also because you have been working on yourself. You're ready for this relationship, and this person is ready as well, and that's why things are flowing, things are abundant. And it's going to be effortless because you love this person so much that you want to give them the world, right? And they're gonna feel like that too. So expect a union who is going to be very profound and deep. You guys will be emotionally in tune and emotionally available for this relationship. I'm telling you, you are not going to be in this relationship unless you're ready. So if you feel you need some adjustment or to keep on working on your own cup, then do that so you can be attracting the best version of this person. As for the next one, the Three of Stones. So this is for me about collaboration, or that can be working together, which is the Three of Pentacles. So that's probably someone who may be inspiring your journey, inspiring your purpose, or just pushing you to follow your dreams and what you're passionate about. We had one, fire energy, and water, so emotionally in tune and feeling that passion flowing. But also, I feel you too with your careers, or with what you are studying. You may feel very connected, because you can see the links, right? Everything is actually connected, or that can be talking about that destiny or things that you enjoy or are passionate about, or just something you actually want to entertain in your life may be very connected. Activities you may do, the things you may collect, or collecting stones, for example. Rather it's stones or crystals, or I don't know, this can be really everything. But this is for me about collaboration, because you two are actually perfect for each other. And, everything that you may enjoy, anything that you may envision or want to experience for the future, you are going in the same direction. Which is why I can see that perfect alignment, but also that link. So that link can be related to some spiritual connection here. 3 is for me about family, growth, expansion. So that is going to be the energy as well with that connection. You may feel very inspired to grow, to expand your horizons, to try new things, even with your career, because that is pentacle energy, material energy. So let's see with the next cards, what's coming for you. But so far, you can see evolution, a deep connection, something that's meant to be happening. So 2 cards, please. Singing the same symphony. So you can be interested into music, or they can be in the music industry, because this is what you can see. And they are doing a duet on this card. So that can also be related to, the 2 of Cups coming together. It's like a duet, right? So in my opinion, this is announcing the future together. Coming together, feeling good, feeling safe, singing the same symphony, singing the same love is especially what I'm getting here. So just expect this perfection, or just that chemistry between you two, see? And also with the color, you can see yellow popping. Yellow is about happiness, sun energy, so success also. And this is what we talked about, growth, success, alignment. And this is because you two are probably working hard on what you like. Footsteps. So the footsteps can also be some hints. Sometimes we may be guided, or we may see signs and things around us. And this is actually the footsteps, leading us towards this person. But also footsteps can also be hints that this person left behind them. So that can be, for example, let's say they are a musician, because that's what I'm seeing here, and you are listening to their music and you feel there's a connection. Your soul is really vibing with this person, or just the music they create is just very resonant. And that can be the footstep for you to follow these footsteps and to also build something on your own with your career, but also, for you to follow this person's direction. At least this is how I see that. And as for the season, we have especially winter here. For me, the mermaid and water energy can be maybe water sign, pentacles, so this is earth sign, and fire sign so far. But afterward, I'm going to be using the zodiac traits so we can get more information. With the zodiac of the person, Sakura. Okay, so right away I'm saying starseed. So you two can actually be meant to be a star, or you are actually a star seed and you came on earth for something big, which can be why you can see music, art, or some type of communication or something important with your career and mission. And that's why things are aligning. You could see that with the stones. But also you can be attracted about spirituality, or things that are resonant with your soul and your calling and purpose. So expect that to awaken. And also to be inspired, or just to be triggered a little bit, for you to awaken to your powerful force or your true force. But definitely happiness, power, freedom is also what this card is screaming to me. So you're meant to be a leader, and I think this is why the Queen of Wands or the King of Wands is appearing here, because the both of you are meant to be leading people, inspiring people, showing your light to the people. You two can also be star seeds, so if this is not for you, then this may be the person who is a star or a star seed or is shining bright with what they do. But definitely I feel this may be a message for the both of you to keep on working on what is allowing yourself to shine, what is allowing yourself to just feel, you are in the right place, doing the right thing. So one more card related to this person. I feel like I need to take this one. The Silent. So the Silent, right away I think of someone who may actually speak through their art. They may not be so open sometimes to communicate, but they find a way to communicate things subtly, which is why you sing the same symphony. But although they may be a bit silent or mysterious, because that can also be the case, they can also hide, themselves or look at you from the distance. That can also be the message. If they are silent or if you have no idea who this person is, maybe this is what this person wants. They may look at you from the distance. They may not really be showing they actually care or showing that they have interest. And that's why she's hiding her face on this card. As for the sign, I'm kind of getting a bat. So maybe they are silent because they may still have a lot to process, because the bat can be representing the part of shadow and darkness or the shadow self. So it can be why this person may be a bit distant or silent or just may not really show how they feel in the beginning, because they are probably not able to express themselves right now, or they still need to gain that confidence to then be confessing to you or just moving towards you. So I'm going to be using this deck, which is pretty much places, so that can be hints about where this person lives. Interesting. We had the mermaid, and here we have the ocean. Maybe one of you had a past life as a mermaid. Of course, if you believe in them. But that can also be water sign as a sign. But also I'm saying this as someone who's going to be very deep, because the perspective here is not you seeing the waves, of the ocean. It's actually them or you being in the water. So this shows depth for me. Someone is going to be very deep, very profound, or when they express their feelings, it's going to be like moving in a way. But also they can be living next to the beach. And as for this one, this is a lake next to the mountains. So that can be the area. But as for the symbolism, the lake is about coolness, rest, something that is going to be smooth and easy, or the person is going to be like that. And as for the mountains, I'm saying someone is grounded. This can also be an earth sign, because I'm seeing the mountains as earth energy. So that can be the strength, the force, and the energy of the person that you're seeing on this landscape. So let's see more places, and these places can be showing you places where you can be meeting this person, or something significant and symbolic for you guys. So let's see, 2 places. That's too much. Okay, I guess I'll take these 2 because I turned them facing me. So the first one is Welcome Coco. Is it Coco? I don't know, but that's a juice place. So maybe going for a drink can be, the first date, going for a drink, or maybe to the restaurant to have a drink. But that can be what this person is looking for. And these are actually juice that are actually very healthy. We have coffee, fruit juices, boba tea. So these can also be hints where, this person can be coming. For example, boba is pretty much from Asia. Like green juice, I think the trend was really starting in US. At least this is how I interpret that, but of course everything is gonna speak to you differently. As for the next one, children wear. Okay, so that can also be a hint that you may build a family together, or that can be that this person, that can be for some of you, this person can have kids. Okay, so just expect this. And we have 6 p.m. or a.m., I don't know. So maybe this this time may be important. For example, let's say you have a study around that time and you meet this person. That can be your hint. Okay, so let's see now with the couple cards and then messages. So with the couple cards, what you can expect, what's coming for you guys. Okay. We definitely have school vibes. School vibes are like, and this is what we saw here, right? Collaboration, working together, studying together, or maybe in the future that will be the case. But the first one is, you are always in my thoughts. So this is someone who is always thinking about you. Here you can see the man reading a book. As for the girl, it's more about daydreaming, let's say. So that can also be the dynamic between you two. You may daydream about the person, if you are the woman especially. And as for the man, it's more about studying you, getting to know information. So, it's like getting to know the chapters of your life. I think this is especially what the man is going to be interested about, and always thinking about you that way. Like, what's next for me to learn, or, what do you have to share with me? As for the next one, I always have my eyes on you. Okay, so you are always in this person's mind, but also, yeah, he is or she is always looking at you. And here you can see the school, so that can also be a hint. But if you are a teacher, that may speak to you, or anything can be very symbolic. So on the scene, I'm getting, there's this airplane, this paper plane. So that can also be related to a travel or to making a move in this relationship. And there's also milk as a drink, and we saw, going for a date, drinking something. So that can be it. And as for the books, that can be collecting information that we talked about. But for me, this is also about destiny. It's written, you see. And the last one is, I'll heal your heart. So this person may have this healing and comforting and protective energy. So if you've been in toxic relationships, or if you've been just experiencing a lot, and it doesn't have to be just with romance, it can be some past pain and trauma related to past relationships with like ex-friends, or this can be your family members, parents, or anything like that. So rather it's your inner child that's wounded, or your future self that's wounded, or anything, your past self that's wounded. Maybe your future self, who knows? Maybe you're tapping into the energy today for you to free yourself. And this person may accompany yourself or just encourage yourself and cheer yourself up to keep on healing. Now let's see with messages, maybe what this person wants to say to you. Maybe what they're too shy to say to you. Or if you're not in contact, that can be helpful. I'm shy because I like you. Okay, so that makes sense why we saw the silent card. This person may be a bit shy, or you may have that powerful vibe and aura, and so they may feel a bit like, wow, like who is that queen or a king? Like, I cannot process it. So if they feel shy, or if they're silent, you know why now. It's actually the case. So one more message. Are you still going to ignore me? So maybe that's actually the situation right now. So rather it's them not responding to your messages, and that can also be because they're too shy, or maybe they are working on shining on their business, career, or studies. So be patient with this person. I feel this is the right relationship for you. We saw the Two of Cups, so you are perfect for each other. But if you are the one who is not really responding too quickly, or ignoring this person, or they feel ignored, maybe that's a hint for you to put more effort into that connection. Or you can be the one who feels like, they ignore you. So express that, make the person aware that you feel maybe neglected or not seen, or you really want to be connecting with them. So more messages with the tiny messages. There's a sticker here. What you doing here? Okay, so for the messages, the first one is, I choose to see peace. And we saw that with the lake. It's a peaceful and harmonious relationship. Inhale love, exhale hate. it's okay to not do it all. So that's a process, and I think this is also for you to relax with your career or studies, to take one day at a time and to not, really, sometimes you want to be manifesting that picture, you want to be shining, you want to have the results, right? But, it's like that. If you want to have an empire, you need to build a foundation and then start with little things like the walls and then like what's inside, all of that. So there is a process to it. And same thing with this relationship. So let's see now with the zodiac grid. So I'm gonna tell you what signs are coming. I'm just gonna put this. Okay. So here we have Virgo and Libra. This is in between. As for this one, we have Sagittarius, Pisces, and Aries energy. I'm not really surprised because to me Aries are leaders, they're meant to be shining. Sagittarius, like I'm aiming for the goal and I'm getting this, so very connected to what I saw on the cards. So I'm going to be continuing now with the other techniques. Let's go. So let's start with your charms. Okay, so these letters can be hints, maybe words, places, the person's name, initials. I heard quest, a journey, spiritual, maybe soul, connection. I heard network or maybe the net, so internet. We have ideas 2 times. So that can be someone who is just very inspiring or may have amazing ideas all the time, or is shining bright. You can also see or sense a lot of positivity from the person, always wanting to spread that good vibe or just being around the persons that really provide that good and positive vibe. Could also be someone who is into math or maybe numbers, could be numerology for example. Or just making a lot of salary, always calculating, or just working in a place where numbers are used. Kind of getting twin soul telepathy here, or telepathy between you two. It's like when you think about someone, then they may receive that message or receive your telepathic message. Rather, it's something you are doing on purpose or with ideas, things you may think about, it's transferred. This can be going to the restaurant, having a bite together. For this, I'm seeing clearance, clearing the path to then welcome the person. Sticking to them, settling down, and we have the infinite sign with the cord. So that can be some spiritual connection, which is what I saw here. Yeah, definitely sticking to each other, as you can see. Maybe their spirit animal is the owl or yours, but I'm also getting this as a person who's going to be very wise and deep, very intuitive. So for the numbers, we have 111, so you can be seeing these numbers like angel numbers, 8 and 10. So 1 is new beginning, leader energy, newness, and 8 is about the infinite sign we saw, with the cord. So that can also be that spiritual connection, but this is also connected to reflection. And 10 is about completion, wholeness. So let's see now with the stickers. Okay, I'll take these. The crown. Okay, so a person of power saying hi to each other. So that can also be a message that they send to you, or they are especially the person who is always texting you in the morning to say hi to you. Let me just get these. Okay. All right. So she is drinking on the sticker, so that can also be related to what we talked about, having a bite or taking a drink together. Have a nice day. Yes, you see the connection? Hi, have a nice day. I feel this person may just message you, maybe in the morning especially. This I'm seeing as ascension, order, and with the stars within it, I feel this may be announcing, perfect alignment or destiny between you two. Maybe this is also a message when you go to bed, because I'm kind of getting this as a code. Path. So you can have a similar path. It's like when meeting the one or just thinking about the one or seeing them, one of you may just zone out a little bit, like, what? Wow. Kind of like that. Don't do it again. So maybe they are doing something or you are doing something that can be a bit frustrating. Yeah, we saw that with the owl, wisdom, maturity. Good. So someone who is always going to congratulate yourself and support yourself. Here it's like food coma. So that can also be, going for a meal or just cooking something for the person and then like kind of overeating in a way. So this is it for the reading. I hope you like this one. Let me know in the comments what you think. You can write, I claim to welcome this beautiful future with your lover. And if you're new here, make sure to join my beautiful family and subscribe down below. And I will see you on my next reading. Bye-bye. So door number 2, let's see what is going to be your future with this person. So right away, with this one, there are some hints already. So here you can see nature. So that can also be the growth, expansion in this relationship, or just a relationship which will be inspiring your growth, inspiring your journey, but also your finances, I believe. So it's like growth in your finances, more success manifesting, or that can be this person's situation. As for the color, we have blue, and blue is about, especially this color, I think of something a bit celestial, if this is how you pronounce it, hopefully. But I'm seeing this as like some angels manifesting this union. But blue is also about communication, dreams, and that is for me about creativity as well. So that can be someone who is actually very creative, very passionate with what they do especially, and a bit of a dreamer. But let's see with the cards. Okay, we're starting big and strong, which can be related to what I talked about with the art. Because with the star, I'm seeing someone who is very popular and successful. Like they're ruling what they do, and they know exactly what they're meant to be doing. So they can be a star seed. Funny enough, we had the same message in the first group. So that can be someone who's meant to be shining, who's meant to be inspiring the world, who's meant to impact the world in a positive way and spread their light. So you can also feel very inspired by the person, feel energized with this person's presence, or just this person may accompany yourself towards that success for you and really encourage yourself to follow your dreams. But also this card talks about things or this relationship being written in the stars. So that is something that's meant to be happening. There's part of destiny and fate in this encounter or union. As for the starfish, I'm seeing success sticking to this person, but also to you, because you are also creating, it's like, the energy, you can see that flow coming up and the other one coming down, and then the star being formed. So that can be when being in this union or coming together, this force and star is gonna be built, because you two souls are very powerful to build something, maybe together or something individually. But this is for me telling you there's something very important or very meaningful from your soul's perspective to be with this person. And you may feel that maybe this person, the person's identity, or what you're meant to be doing with this person even. And so your mission and your purpose in that connection, is very important. Let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, for the stars as well, all the stars around you, this can be about guidance. So you can be feeling the urge maybe to do something different, to go somewhere, or to connect with someone that you like, or connect with someone that you are inspired about, maybe a star even, or someone you see as your star. But definitely there's some type of, I don't know, I feel this is like the universe and your guides pushing you in this direction because it's meant to be happening. The Ace of Arrows, and this is again very connected because that is to me about direction, and we saw that with stars all around kind of pushing you. And this is for me, okay, when you are ready for love and ready to shine with this person, this is when this person may appear. Or this is when you were actually finding directions in your life, or just trying to really liberate yourself from something that was not really working, or something that was not really satisfying for you. Then you were directed towards something new. Maybe a new chapter, a new direction, a new work, a new, I don't know. That can also be some inspiration to work on yourself and to heal. This new chapter or new thing in your life was leading you or is leading you towards this person. We have Eros energy, which is air sign. As for the star, this is Aquarius. So Aquarius energy and air sign for these two cards. So that can be the sign of the person, but especially with the energy, I think of air connection, because even Aquarius is air sign. So in my opinion, your mind connection, or the way you may want to build your life or build, your career, or anything you may think of an idea, is gonna be very powerful, but also very empowering, and the glue between you two, like the way you communicate your goals or your talents and what you want to be building. That itself is gonna be just very empowering and motivating and inspiring. So expect just this connection, this mind connection, to be in flow and very powerful. As for the next one, the Seven of Arrows. So the Seven of Arrows is pretty much about something that may have been happening before, and I talked about new direction or new inspiration into your life, and that can also be why now you feel the pull, or like someone is like really trying to free yourself from what happened before. Because this card can be about betrayal. This can be about someone cheated on you, or someone mistreated you in some way. So that's a reminder that you went through that for a reason, and that can be because you needed to experience the shadow aspect of some type of trauma or something you carry from other lifetimes or this lifetime, or with some karma and pain from your inner child. And so anything that's a pattern and seems to be repeating itself, this is for you to understand, to liberate yourself, to take a new direction and choose differently. So you can be attracting someone who is shining just like you. So through the darkness, you learned how to shine, and this person may have been through the same process. They needed to experience a lot of karma, break that down, to liberate themselves and to lead the way towards this new relationship and towards something new in their lives. So there's a lot of transformation, empowerment, but also freedom for me. It's like you understood this was not resonant, or this was not worth it, and this was not something you wanted to stick around anymore, because this was just you being a bite, right? It's like the shark. The shark. Yeah, you can be the bite of a shark, or just someone who was not, wanting the best interest for you. And this relationship was just breaking yourself up. And then you needed to take a new direction and start brand new. And so you can then build yourself to be a star, or to be with someone who is actually very powerful. And I can relate to this energy, like the transition, the evolution is very similar to what I experienced before in the past. So that can be talking to you like on that level. But of course, like I said, this can be one event, if not, someone betraying you. That can be something that didn't work for you and that was very difficult to accept or process. It's just something that seemed to be the right thing. It's like the fish is seeing the bite and be like, oh, good, that's tasty. And then you take it and you're out of your own, you're out of water if you are the fish, and you probably will die. So maybe this is how it felt. You feel like dying. You feel like this was really too heavy and too difficult for you to stick around, or just to continue what was difficult. But freedom, freedom is now presented to you. Openness. So this person is going to be very open to you. You can see the window being open. It's like a fresh air. You welcome a fresh air in your room. So that can also be how this relationship may be going. It's like when opening up to this person, or just welcoming this person, you may feel this fresh breeze entering. You may feel very inspired or just refreshed. And this person, like I said, is going to be very open to you, very understanding. I mean, we have air energy, which for me, air signs are very good at understanding each other. There's this mind connection that is very powerful. So that is very resonant. If not an air sign, it doesn't mean you cannot be, connected with your mind with this person. It's just air energy, okay? So just opening up the possibilities. So one more card related to that future. Okay, I'll take this one. Reflection. Funny, we talked about, the mind connection, someone who may be thinking a lot, and reflection is very connected, but also expect someone who may be reflecting a lot about yourself. And maybe your past may be very similar, or what you learned with, the karma or traumas, or whatever you're healing, releasing, or just learning and ascending from. This is going to be very similar for this person. It's like you have the same path on the card. And we have the lake as well, reflecting the figures. So in my opinion, that represents, for the lake, it's about calmness, peace, and things reflecting effortlessly. So that can also be when you are at peace, then the universe is bringing you the same vibe, the same energy, the same reflection of your current state. So if you want to be manifesting something that is higher in resonance, for example, let's say you are in acceptance, in this acceptant vibration, and you want to be reaching peace or love or even enlightenment. So that is asking you to also level up and meditate and center and be more present with yourself, but also to do things that are more in resonance with that energy. So if you want to reach love, then do the things you love yourself, congratulate yourself, compliment yourself, be here for you. Treat yourself with love and treat others with love, and then you will see this energy may just come to you effortlessly. You become a magnet of what you spread and what you embody. So that may be some reflection that's needed for you to attract this person of power. And maybe that's a reminder that you are powerful already, and that you don't need to, try or tap into this energy. It's more about, no, you have this that is within you. You just need to awaken back this force and to believe you deserve someone who is going to be your best person, your best partner, your best supporter, your best lover. But if you don't claim for this, you may miss this opportunity. So let's see with the next cards. That's way too much. Just need 2 of them. The dream. So maybe there are some connections in dream state, but also I'm seeing this as a dreamer, and we saw the star, right? So I feel like the more you dream or the bigger you dream, the faster and the easier you can achieve that, because everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. It's just a limit in the mind that's blocking you to manifest what you want, and just that of a questioning mind sometimes may just stop ourselves to be tapping into the energy we want to be experiencing and manifesting. So that's reminding yourself that the dream is possible, or the dream person is coming, and you are manifesting this opportunity for yourself. As for the sand is to me something you cannot catch, right? You can try and catch the sand, but this will always come out, right? So this can also be how this person may seem to you, uncatchable, someone you may not be able to define or describe, or, just to catch, let's say, because this person is going to be just so unique, and that spark within them is just something you never experienced or have seen before. And that's why you may feel very attracted or inspired by this person. On the card, you can see this person meditating. So that can also be what this person is doing, the activity they're doing, or just always trying to find a way to recenter and reflect. We saw that. Reflection, thinking, planning, building, shining. This is all that is actually coming from the person you are manifesting at the moment. The sleep, and we had, the dream and the sleep, so that is very connected. I feel like you may encounter this person while being in dream state. So when you go to bed and when you sleep, you have to be aware all these experiences, they are real. They are experiences we have in other dimensions. So everything is happening, everything is valid, and that may be why you may receive some messages or just have people entering your dreams and try to connect with you for a reason. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the feeling if you don't remember too much of your dreams. When you wake up, ask yourself, okay, how do I feel about what happened? Even if you don't recall or just have the vision of your dreams anymore, but everything that is happening, maybe preparing yourself for maybe this person or just something as a plus. So pay attention to that. Maybe this is also a way for you to just pay more attention to your dreams now, because this person may come and connect with you. So for this deck, I'm gonna be shuffling, and these places can be places where this person lives or just describing the energy of the person. Okay. So for the first one, you can see a garden. I mean, it's not a garden, I'm not sure how we call it in English. In French, it's une serre, but this is pretty much where you cultivate flowers or grow things. So that can also be how this relationship is going to feel. You may feel very supported and empowered because you are constantly growing with the person, which is good. This is a relationship you want to have. You want to always improve and grow and become your best version. But that can also be someone who lives next to a place where they're growing things, or where they sell flowers, for example, or they can be very interested about flowers. Botany is what I heard, so that can also be it. And here we have the mountains and the waterfalls. The waterfall is to me about abundance, so that can also be related to this person, having enough to give to you, being abundant, being very giving and generous, and this is because they are in flow. I mean, we saw that success shining, success sticking to them, money sticking to them as well, and that's why they may be very giving and generous with you in this relationship. I'm gonna put this right there. Let's see more places, and these places can also be where you meet the person or where you'll be traveling together. So maybe next to the mountains or next to, I don't know, a watery area with the waterfall. Let's see these places. Okay. So we have the grocery store where you can buy snacks and drinks. So maybe snacking together can also be the hint and message. But as for, the drink, that can also be for like going for a drink together, or maybe just when you go and buy something delicious to eat, then you may meet the person. As for this one, lipstick. Lipstick, I think of like a kiss. I don't know why, but when they put lipstick and then they kiss a piece of paper and you see the imprint, that can also be what the future is gonna bring to you. So a kiss, but also maybe someone who may really put the effort into looking good with makeup or with the way they dress, but especially about beauty. That's the sign. Or if not makeup, and if this is a man we talk about, that can be them appreciating the effort you put into looking good. And it doesn't have to be makeup, it can be just with the way you talk about yourself. That's beautiful, that's actually something they found inspiring. It doesn't have to be just about outer beauty. So let's see, with the couple cards, what's coming for you guys? Love is a beautiful accident. Okay, and we saw, maybe you may feel guided to go somewhere, like to the grocery store, for example, and then you meet the one. So maybe things like that may be there for a reason. You are being pushed or inspired to go somewhere because it's meant for you to be meeting each other. And here it's a bus. So that can also be, for example, you study with this person you have a crush on, and like suddenly in the bus, like there's a stop and then you just bump into them. That's the scene at least. But of course, that can be taking the bus or some transport together. If not a bus, that can be the train, that can be the subway. Everything is possible here. So one more card. My voice today is just but yeah, bear with it. All right, so one more card. Oh my goodness, I cannot make this up. Written in the stars. Do you see the connection? Isn't it crazy? Yeah, so it's meant to be happening, and I'm not really surprised because this is what I was channeling and this is also what you can see, but definitely that connection is just confirmation. It's meant to be happening because, it's like a contract of the soul, and so of course you feel that desire, or just you feel this is now time, or this is now supposed to be happening with this person. We have also a lot of, how's it called? Shouting stars. So that can also be a wish coming true to be with this person. Or like anything that you wish for, when being in this person's presence, it's gonna manifest effortlessly. So for the messages now, let's see anything this person wants to say to you. Okay, I want you is the first message. There's some desire, as you can see. You should talk to me. So if you're not in communication yet, this will be the evolution because they want to talk to you. And as for the last message, I'm lost in your eyes. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, there's so much admiration and passion and that deep connection. You can see it on the cards, Let's see more messages now with the tiny messages. So anything you need to know or anything this person wants you to know. There's a sticker again here. I'm always finding stickers in the tiny messages. Interesting. So let's see what this person wants to say to you. So that's a reminder. You have survived this before, and you will survive it again. Yes. So this is what we talked about, especially with karma or with what happened before, which is or used to be very difficult. But you survived this, and that's something you can celebrate. There was a short silence. So maybe in the beginning you may feel a bit shy. There will be some silence there, but it's fine, that's a process. And as for this message, if there is anyone out there who cannot see where they should go from here forth, I urge you to listen to your heart. Things may feel a little difficult right now, but somewhere out there, luck and opportunity is waiting for you. I believe that. From VTS. Alright, so, oops, I think the message just fell on the floor. So I'm gonna be now using the zodiac grid to see the zodiac of the person. Okay, one more. There's a lot of, you can see, so many in this region. So we have Cancer, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and yes, we saw the star, right? So this is very connected. And Pisces, especially, but of course, can be more than this, but that's especially the energy I'm getting here. So now let's continue with the other techniques. Let's go. So let's see your charms. Okay. Right away I'm seeing angel, infinite connection, spiritual link and connection. I feel like this is for all the pals, for real. You guys are all ready for the divine connection. So let's see. First the letters. We have her. So her. Or here. Maybe. But if you see initials of places of the person's name, that can also be about it. We have reach, and yes, we have the name. So you can see, for example, a letter connected to the name of the person. For the cross, I'm seeing this as having faith in the person, or just someone who's going to be very faithful. For the mushroom, I'm seeing this as growth, expansion, growing together. Fidelity with the dog. Shining bright together. Telepathy, again, in this group. So a telepathic connection, maybe twin soul telepathy as well. Maybe someone who's going to be good at cooking. We have the chef knife here. As for this, I'm seeing this as growth and protection, shining bright. So someone who's going to be very successful, even with the sun. This talks about it. Shining, being happy, being positive. You know, this sun energy is going to come from the person. I mean, you could see stars. And as for the rabbit, I think of speed. You know, so things manifesting very quickly. Or this could have been Easter season, which maybe manifested this person into your life, or I don't know, maybe there's some connection with what happened during that time. So let's see with your stickers, more hints. Okay. Self-care. Sundays are for self-care. Hydrate, be patient, slow down, forgive, and breathe. So that can also be on Sundays. You know, they may take a day off to take care about themselves. As for this, I'm seeing groups. That can also be self-care. Can also be about meeting friends. Migrate. So that can be a travel. Painting. I'm seeing painting. So that can be some renovation at home, or that can be painting, new painting. You know, we add even right there the stain of paint, or singing maybe. So that can be hints. And we saw that, you know, K-pop group that can also be enjoying the same music. Beach place. So that can also be someone who's next to the beach. As for the sunglass, I'm seeing this as someone who may look at you, spy on you. Rather it's, you know, in the 3D, or that can also be on social medias, or try to visit you in other dimensions. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of emotions coming through, but the person really wants to do their best and wants to be here for you, as you can see. So this can be someone who's very protective. So this is it for the reading. I hope you like this one. You can write in the comments, I claim to welcome this beautiful person and energy. And if you're new here, make sure to join our beautiful family and subscribe down below. And I will see you on my next reading. Bye-bye. So door number 3, let's see what is going for you when it comes to love. So first of all, there are some hints on the doors. So for the door here, right there you can see like a letter box. And that can also be this person messaging yourself or sending you messages. Rather it's a message like a text, or that can be a message, a comment on social medias, but that can also be related to messages in other realms. So when you dream, for example, you may dream about the person and receive a message, or they can be doing something like creating a piece of art, and that is a code, a message to you. So pay attention to that. Whether it's a piece of art, that can be music, or maybe something they write about. You know, everything can actually be subtly for you. So pay attention to that. As for the color, we have pink. Pink is for me the color of friendship. So that can be a friend or starting as a friendship, and then this will evolve into love. So let's see. First of all, I think this is to kind of set the mood, not really the mood, it's more about understanding where you're coming from or where this person is coming from, and then evolving into what will manifest. So first we have the 3 of arrows, which is the 3 of swords. So right away I'm seeing pain. You can feel her broken, or they can feel this way. So what I'm seeing here is a bit of a heavy energy, something that's heavy, but something that is teaching you a lot to become your pillar. Because on the card you can see the pillar supporting the heron. I think that's how this bird is called. And you can see this person is still eating. I'm kind of translating it as overeating to compensate the pain. And if this is the case, maybe this is also telling you to reflect on this and to ask yourself, why do you feel the need to, fill yourself up, and what is truly missing within you that you're feeling with food. And if this is not feeling, that can be not eating. It's especially some eating connection here. Rather it's overeating or undereating or not eating at all. So ask yourself, why is this happening, or why are you just not feeling, too good about what's happening right there. but I feel you know the answer. You know why you're feeling this way, and you know why you feel broken, or maybe why they feel that way. So, for example, if you just get some news from them and you know they're not eating well, you can be trying to cook something delicious and healthy for them, or you can be taking them to a restaurant if this is still open in your gantry, at least. But definitely try to do something special for the person and nurture them. If not with food, that can be your nurturing energy. Kind of getting mom vibes here. You know, nurturing, being here, being present, protecting, or just healing the person or just smoothing the pain away for them to liberate themselves and to ascend towards their higher version and freed version. So this pain is just passing by. It's not meant to stay, and it's not meant to affect this person or yourself anymore. Really take some time to heal. The more you ignore things, the more it stays. But the more you face what's there and the pain, then the easier it is for you to release it. Because that's something you address, so why would this even stay? Because now you understand this is not serving you. You understand this was just teaching you something important, helping you to be or become your own pillar and support yourself and support what you have to offer. Anything people said about you or did to you, it was never personal. It was a reflection of themselves. The way they treat yourself is the way they treat themselves. The way they talk to you is the way they talk to themselves. So everything is always a reflection of them. That's why you should never take things personally, but instead understand from your perspective, oh, then that's the way you treat yourself. Rather you show it or not, but now understand that the way you perceive me is just filtered through your own perception of yourself. See, so that's why that itself is freeing you. And I think you may need to process everything and really ask, yourself questions. Why do I feel this way? And then reassure yourself and transform this story and give it less importance. And that itself is going to be very freeing and healing. I'm saying 444 while saying this, so that can be a message from your higher self or maybe your angels and guides for you to work on that liberation and empowerment, my friend. Okay, you can do it. But if this is not you, they can do it as well. And you can be that supporter, that cheerleader, let's say. So as for the Ace of Cups, as you may know, this is a new loving relationship that's starting. You can see that flow, right? So that shows you two are now able to provide and you have enough to give. Like this big vase, not a cup, it's like a big vase. Like it's like, okay, you wanted that, then take it, right? So that abundance is lovely to see. That means you have so much to give. Kind of getting water sign, we had air sign, and here it's fire sign. So that can also be hints with a person, but that's the energy here. So emotionally being in flow, being receptive, and being connected. So what is going to be the glue in that relationship is the way you may perceive situation and think, but also with, that emotional connection. Just that is going to be your power because you are emotionally in tune and available, but also you understand someone from your heart space. And I think this is also why or what may awaken within the other person. If you are someone who's very loving and giving and just sharing that love without restriction and without, questioning it because of pain or because of past events, it's like you're freed enough or strong enough now. Just love and welcome love. And I know that sometimes, especially when, going through chapters or connections that broke you up, sometimes we may feel a bit, like I'm not sure I'm ready, or I might just manifest someone who's just the same. No. Now you know that this is just BS and that if you think this way, you may manifest that result. So that itself is teaching you how to not attract it anymore. You don't need it, you release it, you heal from this, and you keep on manifesting the right love because you have a vision, because you know, and also you feel that resonance of love within you awakening, and of course that resonance is coming back to you. As you may know, the law of vibration is, I think, one of the primarily law of the universe. So when you know how to use that and serve yourself while embodying this positive and uplifting but strong energy, This is what is going to change your life and your relationships. So really resonate or awaken that love within, so this can actually ripple all around you and come back to you. It's like this ripple effect, right? It actually expands and reach, but then it comes back to you, or like in waves, let's say. So expect a lot of love and that abundance of love. Rather it's coming from you, but also from the person, because like I said, this reality is just in resonance with your own vibration. So that means you attract your perfect match, which is in resonance with your vibration. And again, we talked about things coming in waves, or like this ripple effect, because you create that momentum. And that is again very connected. So the Four of Branches, as you may know, is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is... You never heard of this before? This is soulmate. So soulmate cards are just soul connection here. And when you put 4 wands or 4 branches next to each other, you see 1111. So that is a wish coming true, and you can see it. 1111. So like I said, you are attracting your perfect match. It's meant to happen. I feel like in all the piles you guys are ready for your counterpart, your soulmates, or just for some destined relationship. And you are entering that phase, and this is why maybe this dark time or dark period was teaching you a lot for you to embody the strong version and then attract the person that's meant to be in your life. But here I'm saying celebration, settling down with someone, building something together, and that can also be marriage, because that's a soulmate or soul connection. Soul connection. This is actually you manifesting this opportunity for yourself. It's written in the stars, or stars are actually aligning and connecting for you guys. We have 4 AC. AC can also be maybe talking to you, like letters from a place, a person's name maybe. And 4 is about stability and commitment with numerology. So that can also be the symbolism. So you may just feel very supported and stable, and we saw pillar energy. And this is because you embody this, the strong pillar and strong person that of course you attract someone who is going to have enough to offer to you, or just enough for you to feel supported and to feel safe. Because this sense is just about, feeling supported enough to feel protected and safe to keep on going in this relationship. You are attracting a soulmate, so of course, this person has enough to give to you. So let's see with the next cards what you're currently manifesting in this relationship. But so far, you can see it's pretty magical. And you're manifesting all of this. Keep working. So keep on working on the things that are important for you. I think this is also part of destiny, and when stars will align for you too, because you work on something that is significant and meaningful for you. You keep on studying, and you can also be studying about the law of attraction, the law of vibration, how to be in alignment with love, maybe to attract it. All of these things may come to you, or may come as a message, because we saw the message, for you to be attracting this person who is meant to be connecting with you. But keep on working, keep on studying. I feel this may be important for you to just feel like you can support yourself, you can be independent, to be on that pillar, or build that pillar within you, so you can then feel more welcoming with the person that's meant to be in your life. As for the next card, we have seduction. Okay, so you may feel very seduced by the person's energy, like what this person may offer to you. You'll just fall in love instantly. So this part of seduction is just going to move you. As you can see, the girl's like, oh. So I don't know, you may feel this way when actually connecting with this person, or just hearing their voices, or when they share their story. Because I'm seeing, the man holding the book. And we saw keep on working, or we keep on studying the person, and ask them questions. Ask this person to open up, so you can get more information about what they experienced before, their past chapters, maybe their past wounds, even to understand them deeply. Don't be afraid to also open up to the person. I feel like that will be the part of seduction, because the moment they understand who you are or why you react, or I don't know what you share is important from your perspective, that connection with you two is gonna be a lot more deep and profound when opening up and not having to, put walls or filters or barriers because you may still be in pain or because you may feel like this is not necessary for me to talk about it. You don't have to pretend to be strong. Sometimes just being vulnerable is your strength. In my opinion, actually, vulnerability is a lot more strong than just having to hide and pretend. So, more cards related to this person and what you are manifesting with your love life. Just expect something strong and impacting, because like the card I'm seeing here is just very bold. But that can also be the person's personality, very bold and confident. Like when they want something, they really put the effort into manifesting that. Or like when they reach for something, they have this very strong, an empowering energy that's awakening within them. It's way too much. So one more card related to this. Which one? I'm taking this one because it came first. Okay, so the first one is the thunder. This reminds me of a song from Fall Out Boy. So the thunder is for me related to something that you're not expecting, but this comes, right? So that can also be something that is going to be loud and impactful. So that can also be this person being so unique that their energy is gonna speak louder, or maybe the way they dress or the way they appear is just very very bold and confident, like I said before. But this is for me also love at first sight. In French we say coup de foudre, which is pretty much the lightning hitting you and then like fall in love. It's like when you see the one eating by the lightning. So this reminds me of this, kind of. So love at first sight, and we have the through. When I see this card, I think of parallel or dimensions meeting. So you can see that, that portal, let's say, of energy, and she's going through. So that can also be why you may dream about the person or receive messages in dreams, and I talked about this before. So all that is happening for you to just start to connect and bond and work together in other dimensions. You have to be aware dreams are actually things we experience in other dimensions, and that can also be parallel lives or just parallel existences for us to be uniting and working on something to move mountains, I'd say, in these dimensions. So that can also be why you see that card telling you are already encountering or connecting beyond this dimension, and you may feel maybe the urge right now to move mountains and to come through in this connection in 3D. So making your way to this person or connect with the person may feel like the next step for you, or just feel like this is what's coming, because this can be rather you taking the first step towards this person or having to wait for this person to come to you. Whatever feels resonant with you. And I'm not saying what you fear and so you do or do not. It's more about, okay, what's supposed to be happening and what do I feel the need to do without listening to the fear or limitations. So for this deck, these are showing places in bottles, and that can also be the places where this person lives or any type of hints related to this person's personality. So one more bottle. Alrighty, we have two lakes appearing on the cards. So that can also be, this peaceful, harmonious energy, but also the calmness that is coming from the person. So maybe next to lake, mountains are appearing here. It's kind of like the same. It's just that we have different seasons. It's more, kind of. This is more, no, I think it's the same. Like autumn, winter type of vibes on both cards. But that can also be someone who's born during that season, autumn or winter. So these seasons. And as for the lake in the reflection, you can see on the card especially, this can be related to how this person may reflect a lot about yourself. And that's why you may actually recognize yourself in this person. Or just picture yourself in what they do, what they like, what they talk about, what they want to do for their future, what's their soul's mission and purpose. All of that may be very similar. So let's see more places and hints. So these, as you can see, or if not showing the right side, you cannot see anything. But these are stores. So that can also be places you may go on a date, or that can be some signs and hints. The first one, Arana's store, ice cream. So that's probably a cafe. So maybe going for a drink, a cafe. Maybe ice cream, because that's especially what you can see. Coffee, ice cream. Well, that can be this person's preferences. We have cakes appearing as well. A cup of coffee. Ice cream inside. Oh, that can also be like a coat. This person is gonna feel like they're melting inside, like the ice cream. I'm sure you can perceive that. That vision. So for the next one, we have the fruit shop. Can also be a fruit lover, but fruits are especially coming during summer season, so that can also be a season that's popping for you guys. So cafe area inside, apple, peach, lemon, and all the prices next to them. So find a great shop. So maybe this is also when you may go and buy something like a fruit or something healthy that you can be meeting this person. That can also be a hint. Okay, so let's see with the couple cards what you can expect in this relationship and what is coming for you. My goodness, it is so connected to what I just said, with the through, encountering in dreams. And here we have, I dream to be with you. So that can be, of course, daydreaming, but I'm also getting this as dreaming about the person, encountering the person in dreams. Here on the scene, it's student. So that can also be studying together or having a lot to teach to each other. Student or maybe a teacher, who knows? But especially student energy. Oh, I also heard that this can also be someone you take classes together, or you take classes from, or they take classes from you. Type of scenario. That can be it. Like I said, this can be the dynamic, learning things together or teaching and learning a lot of things from each other. Let's watch that movie together. So that can be Netflix or the theater, if this is still open for you guys, or whenever you're seeing this, because this reading is not defined or regulated by time. It's timeless, my friend. So let's watch that movie together. And that can also be a movie you want to watch, or something that seems to be calling you as a movie or documentary, whatever that is. But you may want to watch this together. But that can also be announcing a date, to theater when they may open, or if they're open. As for the scene, Beauty and the Beast. Funny enough, that's my favorite Disney movie, and that is actually very connected here. Letting you go meant I love you. Yeah, there's that scene where he's actually letting her go to save her dad. And I think this is so much of a proof of love. When you can let go of somebody, that means you care so much for them, to be following what's right for them. So that can also be about it, not being too much clingy, let's say, but instead allowing them to be their true self, allowing them to follow what is right for them and what seems to be important right now. So they're really going to put themselves in a place where it's not becoming your prison. It's more about, you're free with me. Now let's see messages from the person, maybe what they are too shy to say to you. Okay, I'll take these. Well, that's a bit too much, but I'll take them anyway. Please stay. And they are letting you go. But at the same time, they really want you to stay. But if there are some arguments, or if you are in communication with this person, because we saw messages before, they may actually ask you to stay, ask you to really give them a chance. So you're not texting back. I think I got the same type of message before. I think it was not responding back, and here it's like you're not texting back. So you may be expecting a message from them. Maybe be a bit impatient to receive that one, or just excited to receive some news. Or maybe they are. I never took you for granted. Yeah, they know your value. You should run, pretty girl. Okay, well. It's like, I feel like this is the seduction. And I think we saw the, where is it? Seductive card, right? Seduction. So that's part of it. I feel like you may really fall in love with this person intensely, and they may just play around and say, you should run. But anyway, so that's what I'm getting here. I'm gonna be now pulling some tiny messages to see what the person wants to say to you. Okay. My heart is full of love for who I am. Okay. Self-love is the start, alright? And I think this is very important to point it out. And that can also be how you may feel, or what you feel inspired to do and to work on. So work on self-love and feel that heart full of love, so you can also give abundantly to the person. The word happiness is too vague, but I hope you find life worth living every day. From Kim Hanbin. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax. Everything will be okay. And this is very connected. Breathe in, breathe out, everything will be okay. And you can see this in the crystal ball. So that future that's coming and that you're manifesting is really going to shape this reality towards something better. Especially with love, you can see, this new start, divine connection here, and just so much more beauty and meaning and depth into that relationship. So that is all coming for you. Let's see now with the zodiac grid, to see the zodiac of the person. Okay, so we have Leo. This is in between Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus. Quite a lot. Quite a lot here. So these are the signs. Of course, that can be more than this, but that's what I can see on the grid. So now let's continue with the other techniques. Let's go. So let's see your charms. Okay, so let's see your letters first. But you can see letters or speaking to you, like a place, initials, the person's name appearing, anything like that. We have week. So we can be meeting this person this week. Or will be talking to this person this week. Sure. So certainty when it comes to this person. Dream again, this message is clear and loud. So, connecting in dreams, or just dreaming or daydreaming about the person, receiving things, receiving maybe something from the person, maybe like a gift. Christmas is popping. That can also be the season when they're born, or that can also be, we have happy, by the way. That can also be that Christmas is going to be a time of celebration for the two of you. Maybe traveling to each other, or traveling together, or doing something together. For the Giraffe, I see this as having a higher perspective of thing. So that can also be how the person is going to be, not really stuck in the experience or from that level. They see from above and see from a higher perspective to liberate themselves. The starfish, so success is gonna stick to this person. And handmade. Maybe this is why the hand is appearing. It can be someone who's crafty, creative, creating things. I heard fall for this one, so that can be fall season. Maybe feeling on, or maybe saying no to something so you can receive what's right. That can be it. So for the numbers 4, 1, 1, or 11, 11, and 3. So 4 is about stability, commitment. 1 is pretty much about leader, newness, new energy. But 11 can also be about a wish coming true. 11, 11, for example. And 3 is about evolution and growth. So let's see with your stickers what is coming for you. Okay, oops. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Alright, so I guess this will be happening soon. Summer beach. Summer, I feel like maybe this is when you may be meeting. Even, with the starfish, that can be going to the beach. And that's what you can see here. Bar, or maybe going for chicken. Roaster. Yeah, and we saw that on, the door with like sending a letter, writing down to the person, and we have Corona written on. This is quite crazy, right? With this pandemic happening, but definitely texting, messaging each other, being present for each other, or writing something creative to send to them. Here we have winter appearing, with the little snowman. So that can also be a season that's important. We have especially summer and winter. Even with, what we saw with Christmas season. So this is it for the reading. I hope you like this one. I saw 222. This is divine. If you like this video, please put a thumbs up and also write in the comments, I claim to welcome this beautiful person in energy. And if you're new here, make sure to join our beautiful family and subscribe down below. And I will see you in my next reading.